Oh, there we go. Now the mic's working. All right, yeah, no audio, but we're right. We're all right. So what I was saying is, fashionably late, but always on time. Never perfect, but always just right. I guess that's the tagline. Fashionably late, but always on time. Never perfect, but always fine. Okay, so we got Synth Wars, your show that just kind of pops up. We'll take some calls. I figured tonight do a little bit of brief overview. We'll open up the phone lines because this is a call-in show. We don't want to just hear me talking all night. We want to hear from you guys, right? So I was just shouting everyone out. We got Jax, we got Hayes Anderson, we got Eternian in the chat, we got Apollo Hanzo, we got the one and only Saucy Synth. Check out his videos on the Carbonate from Modal. We got Echo Craft, the one and only Daywalker. Yeah, we got Tony Mancini, we got Uncle Jerry, Synthcat, Air, Georgie Cheese, baby. You're all here tonight. And like we just said, they're pouring in by the thousands every minute, which is amazing. So tonight, the topic is, and I kind of prepared a little for it, you know, because I was thinking today, I told my wife came up to me, she said, will you finally take that Uli Behringer poster down from the bedroom? I'm like, I thought you'd like the Uli Behringer poster. She was like, does it have to be the one where he's leaning to the side with the dress shirt undone, looking all smooth? And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll take the Uli Behringer poster off of the ceiling and I'll move it over to near the dresser. And she was like, all right, we'll do that. And I was like, all right, well, we'll get that over there. And I was like, listen, if the Uli Behringer poster's too much, we'll go to the Behringer logo. And she was like, okay. And I was like, all right, cool, deal. She was like, deal. And all right, so I was thinking today, I was like, man, maybe I'm getting a little too fired up about Behringer all the time. Maybe I'm like, maybe I need to give my head a shake, check myself and be like, is Behringer really all it's cracked up to be? Am I like over the top into Behringer for some weird reason? Like, you know, I'm a synth baby, so I'm kind of fresh to this. And as I'm exploring, so I got to go back and I got to recheck because I was listening to a show this morning and I was listening to the old British bagpipe. And if you don't know who that is, I'm sure you can figure it out. I was listening to the British bagpipe, and he was actually saying something interesting. He was like, you know, you can't go too hard on Behringer because people say that their products aren't high quality, but, you know, they sell a lot more products than most of the other companies. So, I mean, they're probably going to end up having... You're going to hear about more issues than you would a company that sells 100 synths when you got a company that sells 100,000 synthesizers, right? And I was like, man, the British bagpipe got a point here. I was like, you know, me and him don't always get along, but today the British bagpipe is not just blowing hot air. He's actually saying something that's interesting, you know? So I was like, cool. So I went ahead and I said, how am I going to do this? Maybe I'll think about maybe the 10 reasons why I think Behringer is the best company, best synthesizer company, maybe the best company in the world, but let's just say best synthesizer company today, and probably will be looked on as one of the greatest synthesizer companies of all time. This is up to you to decide. This is just my opinion. I'll say tonight, and you guys let me know. We got all the synth renegades in the chat tonight. We got the one and only Hans Volt chopping. How should I say this kindly? We got Hans Volt, basically, we'll call him AKA the Troll Hunter, all right? The New Jersey Troll Hunters in the chat tonight, and he will be crushing trolls. Although, you guys might find it interesting, I went and invited one of our most famous trolls on the show. I went to his channel, popped in his comment section like he always does, and I said, listen, I'm cordially and respectfully inviting you to go one-on-one with the samurai versus the king of the trolls, and you can keep your little troll face. You don't have to show your face. And I was like, so it's up to you, man. If you want to come on, it'd be a good laugh. I was like, you can promote your music, do whatever you want, but maybe it'd be interesting to hear a troll's point of view because no one ever really hears them speak, right? They only just see the clickety, clickety, clackety, clackety. But we're waiting to see if that offer is accepted. I kind of don't think it will be, but we'll have to wait and see. So anyways, once again, this is Synth Wars, your call-in show. Let's get right to it. Enough talking. And don't forget to check out the Juno Diddy series. It's not for everybody, but I'm doing it mostly for my hardcore samurais out there who just enjoy a good time. That's why I'm doing the Juno Diddy series. It hurts the channel. Sometimes it hurts my reputation. But you know what? We're doing this for a good time. All right, so let's get to it. Now, what I decided to do was I was going to jump over here and I pulled up the Behringer site. I just want to say, you know, I guess one of the things that make them the greatest is they have such an insane product selection. So I figured we just go through real quick and I'll give you a quick rundown of all the products, because everybody always says, yes, I agree, thank you. Everybody always says that Behringer doesn't make anything. They never come out with products. And one of my biggest arguments is, yeah, they do. Last year, they came out with like 10 synthesizers. Did any other company do something like that? The only company that did something crazy like that recently was Korg, when they came out with the WaveState SE, the Op6 SE, the WaveState ModWave Op6 module in the Tower Power. And then they came out with the Korg Neo. And then they came out with the Micro Korg, the new one with the screen. And there might even been another one in there. So, and I'm a Korgi at heart. Everyone thinks I'm a solely a Behringer bro. I'm a Korgi at heart, all right? Although Korg's really, what does the Echo say? Getting a craw up under something or something, he says? I don't know, man. I think Echo likes crawfish, so maybe that's what he meant. Getting a craw of some sort, he said? Gets a craw? I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. Let's just run through it. We got the MS1 Mark II. We got the MS5. Now, bear in mind, these are all out. These are all released. You can buy them. The MS5, we got the JT4000 Microkorg. I guess I'll try to say what they're clones of. We got the MS1, the famous clone of the Roland SH1. We got the MS5, clone of the Roland SH5. We got the JT4000 Micro, which is a clone of the Roland JD4000, I think. We got the Pro VS Mini, all right, which is a clone of the Prophet VS. We got the DeepMind 12, which is an absolute original. Everyone tried to say it was a Juno clone, but that's an original, man. And that's one of Echo's favorites. I know that for sure. And I think maybe Hans likes the DeepMind too. And I think the Machines One also likes the DeepMind. Very beautiful synthesizers. We got a DeepMind bag, even if you're into that. We got the DeepMind 6. Everyone sleeps on the DeepMind 6. The DeepMind 6 is a 6-voice absolute beauty. We got the vocoder, the VC340. Absolute. My buddy got one of these. This is one of the first times I ever played synthesizers. He had that and he says it's amazing, right? Absolutely fantastic. We got the Poly D, all right? Uli's favorite weapon. We got the Mono Poly, my favorite weapon. And Uncle Jerry's would have been his favorite weapon, except he got sent a bunk one. Unlucky, my brother. Unlucky. Well, you're going to be getting the Juno or the Jupiter X next, so man, you're moving on up. Then we got the Behringer Odyssey. These are all out right now. So what's that? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 on the first page. We roll over here. We got the Burp 2600. We got the 2600 Blue Marvin. We got the 2600 Gray Mini. All right, the clone of the famous Korg 2600. We've got the Behringer Cat. We got the Behringer Crave. We got the DeepMind module for everybody who don't got that space. We got the Behringer Edge. We got the newly released Behringer Grind, which I've never seen. Should I just stop using this term? You guys tell me if I should stop using this term. It's getting me in a lot of trouble. A little too much trouble, actually, and I might just stop using this term. But I'll use it for tonight only, and you guys let me know if I should stop. The Behringer Grind got the Synth Mafia in a super sweat. It got them. I saw a couple of Synth Mafia guys the other day. They were full of hives because they just couldn't hate on this product. They started breaking out in hives live on camera. And I think the video's been pulled down. I think I'm the only one that's seen them because they were out late at night. But they started breaking out in hives because they were just like, I don't know what to do, man. This is a great product. Behringer's a great product. I mean, $199. I guess I'm going to have to buy it. This is amazing. Oh my God. Oh, and there's hives everywhere, sweat pouring off them. I was like, whoa. If even the Synth Mafia is excited about the Behringer Grind, we're moving into it. This is what we call a matrix data point. When the Synth Mafia is suddenly bending towards Behringer, I wonder why. Maybe you guys know in the comments. You can maybe say why they're bending towards that. I don't know. So we got the Edge, we got the Grind, we got the Crave, and we got, yeah, man, I don't know, man. It could have been that, you know? So then we got Ambient Zero deodorant dogs, for sure. We go down here, we got the K2 Mark II. All right, so you got the Mark I, then it just came with the Mark II with a new FM style modulation, a new filter, some new colors. Very, very cool. We got the Cobalt Expander. We got the Model 15, okay? The clone of the Moog Model 15, and now also grandmother-esque as well, because I add a load of stuff in that. We got the famous Model D, one of the most famous synthesizers Behringer released. I think it's awesome. Some people don't, but come on, man. Neutron. I got the Neutron. Love it. Pro 1. We got the Pro 800. We got the Pro... Listen, man, these are all out for purchase. This is exciting to me and to you and to everybody. Even if they don't admit it, excuse me, even if they don't admit it, this is exciting to everyone. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? This is exciting. Then we got the Solina Strings Ensemble. We got the Syncussion S1, which people are absolutely loving. Yeah, 369 compressor. I'm not even touching that. I'm just touching the synths. Maybe we'll get over that in a second. We got the TD3AM. We got the TD3 Blue. They gave it to you in every friggin' color. It's like a bag of Skittles is what that looks like. Synth Skittles. All right, they gave one in every color. I got the Green Monster up there. The Incredible Sulk. And then we got the mods. We got a modded out ones. Keep rolling, man. Look, every friggin' color under the rainbow. TD3 Skittles. And then we got the Toro. We got the UBXA, the famous 16 voice, 8 voices of ash-free polyphonic aftertouch, absolute analog behemoth coming to you. OBXA clone for $1,000. Give me a break. Then you got the UBXA, $799. Give me another break. And then you got the one and only Behringer Wasp, which is absolutely amazing. And it ain't over yet. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 33, plus 10 on the last page, 43 synthesizers. Somebody keep counting the chat. Put 43 in there. 43 synthesizers, all right? Let's keep rolling. Now we jump over, don't forget, Behringer also makes drum machines for you. So we got a bag of drum machine Skittles right here too. The RD6 in yellow, blue, black, blue, see-through purple, see-through green, red, see-through red, gray like the original, another color that looks like orange, I guess. Then we got the RD8 and we got the RD9. And we haven't even hit the modules. Look at this. We got... I don't even know if I'm going to get into the other stuff because it's just too much. But look over on the side here what we got. We could go all day. I'm just touching synthesizers. I haven't even touched the modules where I don't even know where they are on here. I can't even see it. Studio controllers, mixers, blah, 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 blah. Bass guitars. Let's see if I jump back over here. Euro rack. Let's just look here real quick. So you want to be talking about Euro rack? This is going to be one of my points why this is amazing. And don't forget, they got the reverb. They got the 269 reverberator, the reggae box. Okay, look at the modules. If you're a modular maniac, well, bam, well, bam. I'm not even going to read them because the names are too long in modular. Blah, 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 all day, all night, all day, all night, all day. Look at this. You want to talk to someone about this? Talk to the machines one. Well, bam, racks, racks upon racks. 2 pages. What else we got? We got the big daddies on the next one. Look at that. System 55, $1,300. You get the whole modular system. Old man John, it's time for you to go to bed if you're yawning already, buddy. It's only 8:47. You didn't get your nap this morning? All right. So, we got the drum machines. Now, before I get into the rest of this, here's the prices. Look at this. $399, $799, $279, $519, $249. Prices are very affordable. Look at this, man. You pick them up. So this is one of my points. Now, let me get over to my main point here. If I jump on over to this screen and then I pop up this here. Here's my points. And then we're going to open up the phone lines. Affordable analog synths. Behringer's renowned for offering analog synthesizers at a price far lower than most of its competitors. Okay? I'm not going to read it all too, but you know, but they're democratizing the vintage synthesizer industry. They're revolutionizing it. They're giving people the ability to get their hands on it. And guess what? Maybe you don't think these products are as high quality as other things, but of course, if they're not made of solid steel and pure gold and diamond and everything else that the analog aristocrats love, people just say they're not good enough. But you got the Behringer Model D and the Poly D that, of course, they're not a mini Moog. But I'll tell you what, a lot of people think it comes close. And it's $599. So you're going to pay $5,000 for original mini Moog. If you just want to be a guy like me who's, you know, into this for the love of it, and who can't afford to pay $5,000 for a mini Moog, you can pick one up for $500 and just kind of pretend a little bit and still enjoy some great sounds, because you're going to whack a load of effects on anyways. So that's it. Number one, affordable analog synths. Number two, faithful recreations of iconic synthesizers. Just to name a couple, probably that everyone will agree are the two synthesizers that really, really nailed it. Maybe the three are the ARP 2600, the BARP, and the TB303, the TD3, and the RD6. They cloned those so good that they made them exactly like the originals in the cheap plastic and everything, which is genius and also crazy. But don't forget, when Behringer clones these synthesizers, they also give you a little more cushion for the pushing. All right, like adding MIDI to things, adding extra voices to things. Then we got innovative modern instruments. All right, so don't forget this, man. We got the Deep Mind, which is an innovative modern instrument. Although the screen sucks, the rest of the synth is awesome. All right. We got commitment to DIY and modular. Behringer has not left the modular maniacs behind. If anything, they're allowing people with a tighter pocketbook to get into modular and try it out, right? I mean, you can pick up the whole System 55 for $1,500, $1,300 now, right? Faithful means the best they could. That's faithful. If you are faithful, you do your best. Faithful recreation, not exact. And like I said, I think it's time to get rid of the exact, if you ask me. All right. So they blessed the modular people. They didn't leave them behind. We got aggressive expansion of product line, which is kind of my favorite thing because it keeps me excited. Over the past few years, Behringer has rapidly expanded the synthesizer range, covering everything from compact monos to full-size polysynths, drum machines, modular. So, and like we just showed you, man, they got 45. I didn't even count the drum machines. So we're looking at 85 products out by Behringer now. And I didn't even go through what's coming because I don't have time, because we got to get to the calls. Number 6, accessibility for beginners and professionals. So if you didn't see that video I posted a little while ago, you had a Pink Floyd cover band out there, and the dude had all Behringer synths minus his Nord, and I think he had one other one, I don't know what it was, but he had the Model D, he had the Deep Mind, he had a ton of Behringer synths that he's touring with and going on the road. So professionals are using these Behringer things. They're keeping it a secret because it's the best kept secret in the business that if you're a touring musician, Behringer is the way to go for a lot of people, because this whole baloney about it not sounding good that's gone out the window now. That's old hat, and it never held any weight anyways, because people started trying them and people started comparing them. They're like, man, these are pretty great recreations. They're not clones, they're recreations. All right, so accessibility for beginners. People can experiment, try new synthesizers without a massive financial investment. You can try out a synth pretty much once a month if you want to. And you can sell it, not lose that much money. All right, user feedback integration. This is a big one for Behringer. All right, Behringer has a reputation for listening to his user base and incorporating feedback into new product design through forums, social media, direct communication, and fill in the blanks for the rest. They have probably one of the greatest customer service. I don't know what customer service. They have one of the greatest customer engagement content and feedback loops I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Look at what Patchdog just did with the grind the other day. He dropped the initial video, then he dropped 3 live videos, which they didn't usually do, so you can interact in the chat. The next best thing is to do a whole live stream for a couple hours. Patchdog, just take the grind and just manipulate and talk back and forth with the live stream. That's the next level Behringer's going. And it's amazing. And not only that, when the Pro 800 came out, it had the envelopes, I might get this wrong, the envelopes weren't snappy enough. So within a month, Behringer had a firmware update out and fixed those envelopes. And the reason they weren't snappy snappy, I can't remember, I think it weren't snappy, was because the originals weren't either. So they actually made it too perfect. And people said, man, we don't want the original because we didn't like that about it. Can you just update it to make it a little more relevant to today? Wha-bam. Okay? 8, cutting edge production techniques. Now, when I say Behringer is the king of innovation, a lot of people think I'm saying they're innovating in their synthesizer technology. No, I'm saying they are the king of innovation in their manufacturing. They have developed a bunch of products or SKUs now that are in forms that they can just whack stuff in. So they can load things into these form factors, change a couple things minutely, but overall, now they're entering what I'm calling the Behringer quickening. You're going to be able to see products faster and faster and faster. Not only that, the teams have reverse engineered everything. So they've got a PhD in vintage synthesizers now, and now they're ready to go into the future, as you can see with the Behringer grind. I'm excited. I got to relax. As with the Behringer grind, thank you. As with the Behringer grind, they're moving into the digital. Moving into the digital now, baby, the hybridization program. All right? All right. So let's keep rolling. I think I was like, I don't know why I was so amped up. I got to relax. I think the British bagpipe got me all amped up these days. I don't friggin' know. All right. Wide global availability. Behringer's products are available globally. They just partnered with Guitar Center. They've partnered with Sweetwater. They just made a massive deal with Thomann. So, man, you're going to be able to get, and they're talking about doing direct from the manufacturer too, which is also crazy, and might even make it cheaper. All right. I love China. I love America too. I don't like Canada anymore, but all right. Strong support for music education. Behringer's portable instruments are frequently used in music education settings, so Behringer's helping the kids. And don't forget, they got their philanthropy arm, which is cool too. But they're helping the kids, man. They're imagine a school. You could go into a school where before you go into your principal and you say, "Principal, I'm looking to bring in a Moog 1. I need 10 grand." And the principal says, if you get a Moog 1, only one kid's in the class is going to be able to try that at a time. Listen, teacher John, you're not bringing in a Moog 1. I'm sorry. I'm not approving this purchase. Then you get Samurai blows in. He's like, teacher, I want to set up a whole music studio. I need 10 grand. He's like, what are you going to get with 10 grand? I was like, I'm going to get 85 synthesizers. So we can have 4 classes in here at once, all jamming together at the same time. And I'll have it all hooked up to speakers and all mixers, all from the exact same company. And because we're buying in bulk every single synthesizer they have, we're going to ask for a 30% discount. And plus, since it's going to be used for educational purposes, they'll probably give us a 20% discount. So I'll probably end up getting all that for around $6,000, which is the same price as a Mini Moog Model D from Moog. All right. And he'd be like, you got it, Samurai, make the purchase. All right. And that's it. Okay. So let's jump back over here. Synth Talk Radio. Let me get my show lined up. Get it looking good. There we go. All right, man. So what do you think? That is the show I got. The phones aren't open yet, but I'm about to open them up. Feel free, anybody, to call in. The topic is change my mind or enforce it, because I had to give my head a shake today. And I didn't even show you the products that Behringer's got coming, but there's probably... Phone lines aren't open yet if you're calling. They got about 40 or 50 products on the burner. Okay? 10 synths last year. They're probably up to 8 already this year. I haven't even done a count yet. Come on, what are you going to ask for more than 20 synthesizers in 2 years? That's what I'm on. That's what I'm into, man. Even if I don't even buy them, I'm just into the energy and the grind and the work ethic and the excitement. And I'll tell you, man, I wouldn't mind working for Behringer if I don't already. All right. All right, let's see. Well, we'll open up the phone lines here. Let me get the phone line geared up. I'm opening it right now. So anybody can call in, 413-279-4344. Feel free to call in, talk about Behringer, talk about whatever's on your mind. This is open line. You can talk about anything. But I'm looking for someone to try and convince me that Behringer is not the best. You just heard my 10 ideas, okay? I just gave it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And to be honest, that's pretty hard to beat. Now, don't forget, one of my arguments wasn't they're the best sounding synthesizers in the world. I didn't say that. I didn't say... We got our first caller.
Call from Johnny.
All right, I think we got the first caller in here. Welcome to Synth Wars. You are live in color. You know the deal. Turn down your radio, whatever you're listening to Samurai on, because we are broadcasted all over the planet and beyond. So you let me know what's up. What's happening?
What do you think? I'm not a professional. I got all my audio turned off.
Professor John, what's up, buddy?
I got my audio turned off.
What's the deal? You trying to convince me tonight, or are you looking to talk about something else?
I just want to tell you.
What do you think about those points first?
Good points, but I just want to tell you up front, your show, dude, is lit.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Dude, dude, you are the hardest working YouTuber. You're the hardest working YouTuber. You do it all by yourself. You don't have any assistants. You do it all by yourself, dude. And you should be very proud of what you've created because it's really great.
Well, I appreciate that, man, but I don't really consider it work. Just having fun, having a good time, you know, connecting with people.
No,
it's cool.
It should be fun. It should be fun.
Yeah, but I appreciate that, brother. So
but
how's it going?
I got some problems with a synthesizer. I got some problems.
Better not be the Behringer grind. Yeah, let's go.
No, it's that little dinky digital synth by Fred Labs.
Ooh, the Manatee? The Manatee.
The Manatee, dude. Okay, here's the thing. Is it a cool synth? Yes. Mm-hmm. Does it sound great? Yes. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you right now, if anyone buys that thing, I'm going to just tell you, you're going to get really frustrated pretty quickly with it.
Really? Why?
I'm not putting down the guy, but I looked over the control panel.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're gonna be doing some deep diving, my friend.
Looks like a bit of a deep diver, doesn't it? But can I tell you something?
And it's like $1,000.
It's $700, bro. That's nothing for you.
No, $750 used on eBay.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry. We calculated. Someone did the numbers the other day. I think they calculated $833.
Okay, so almost $900.
Yeah, almost $900. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about how you got the Juno X. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if you're in the room with that little box in the Juno X and says, "Okay, Synth Samurai, you can have a Juno X or the Manatee, but you can only choose one. What would you choose?"
Oh, I mean, bro, you know I'm going for the Juno Diddy all the way.
That's what I'm talking about.
Without a doubt. But here it is right here, Juno Diddy for everyone to see. Yeah, but without a doubt, man, I 100% agree that I would pick the Juno X all day. But I guess I could say, I don't know if it was worth that money, but like I said in the video, I like the guy's attitude. I like what he did. I love how he just created this. I love how he did a Kickstarter and didn't get tons of backers, but he got enough to make it, and it sounded good. So if you want to support an up-and-coming guy, I'm into it.
Yeah. Yeah. I totally praise the guy. The guy is a genius. Yeah. He does great work.
Yeah.
And it's probably built like a tank. And I just think you gotta realize, you have to think about in the terms of, like, if someone's got money to burn, go for it. Get a Coco Quantus, for God's sakes.
No, never get the Coco Quantus, dude. Never.
I would never. Get the plum butter.
Oh, come on, dude.
The Coco Quantus and the plum butter is only going to set you back $3,400.
I feel like if I got the Coco Quantus and the plum butter, I would end up losing about 40 pounds second day of playing it, and I'd probably turn vegan. It's just something about those two synths that just aren't for me, you know?
Yeah. It's more or less like, I really admire people who start these small companies and everything.
Nothing against vegans. Take it easy, okay? Nothing against vegans.
I like vegans.
I just like meat.
But I got to tell you something,
yeah.
I'm going to keep this short because you probably have more interesting people to talk to. Last night, I opened up the Rev 2.
Yeah.
The Prophet Rev 2, like it's never been opened up before. And let me tell you something. The Rev 2 will kick the crap out of the Moog Muse. It will just destroy the Moog Muse. It will destroy it.
All right, listen, you do a live stream with the Rev 2, please, and let's just get deep and dirty with it, because I'd love to hear it.
And I looked at it, and just one more thing, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I looked at my whole setup the way I have it. I sent you a picture of it, how it's set up. I got the Rev 2 on the bottom, Mini Moog in the middle, and I got the Pro 3 at the top. Dude, I have got synthesizer paradise. And with the motif now, with the motif now, dude, all I'm saying is, man, is less is more. That is my mantra. Less is more. But I was on the phone with David Lovering the other day, and David sent me this link, and I'll send it to you on the Jupiter X.
Yeah.
Dude, The last piece of my spaceship is the Jupiter X.
I like it. I'm into it. And you almost had me buying the Jupiter X, but I got to take baby steps. I feel like the Juno X is a nice dive in, but at the moment the Juno X is not even working. I got to wait for Agent Sewell's to get me the USB drive in the back to hopefully charge this thing back up because they took the hard drive out of it. So that's the reason you haven't seen a Juno X video lately. But I didn't want to.
I know.
All right. So
all
Juno,
right, you have a good night, and I'm going to continue watching your show.
All right, baby, you're the man, and we'll be talking soon.
We love you.
We love you. Salute. All right, phone lines are back opened up. That was Professor John with a great call. 413. Oh, here we are. We had another one coming in.
Call from
Digi.
All right, we got a call from Digi. I think it was. You know the deal. Turn the show down in the background, just like old school coast to coast. And let's hear what you got to say tonight. Are you here to convince me Behringer's the greatest?
Nah, man, I want to tell you, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan. I own Behringer. I got Mold. I got the Hydrosys. I got Akai.
Nice.
You know, I'm a dude who just buy shit when I got it, you know?
Polyamorous synth lover. I love it.
I got I pretty much got everything. I was actually one of the first to buy the Wing mixer.
Oh,
My buddy couldn't figure out how to use it, so I just sent it back. I bought a SSL XS.
Sweet.
But I just think that, like, a lot of people have nothing to do but hate.
I know, brother.
You know, they can't just love the fact that we are living in a renaissance.
Isn't it? It's true.
Renaissance. This is a time when we can use these tools that are actually maximized with ultimate technology. Back in the day, if you had one of these things, you'd be a fucking millionaire producer.
I think people take it for granted how awesome the time is we're living in. And like I say, I'm a synth baby, so I'm only new to this game, and I'm blown away at the variety out there. And that's my point with Behringer's a little bit. It's like, man, how can anybody who's coming into this new be able to try something without the anxiety of having to spend a fortune if they don't even know they like it yet? You know, that's why I think Behringer's kind of cool.
I think that if you have, look, end of the day, right?
Yep.
If you have it, spend it. If you don't have it, buy what you can.
That's what I agree.
Some people eat at McDonald's. Some people at Burger King.
That's right.
Some people eat at Mr. Child's or Cipriani's. You know what I'm saying? I went to dinner with a girl. It was $450, and I didn't even choose the restaurant. So it was a business deal. You
put that on a business card or a business deal, one or the other, or maybe both.
But it was a deal. My girl made me pay for it. But I was like, this person want to do business with me. Why am I paying this? But I'm just saying, if you really, 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 really think about it, right? A lot of these people they just need someone to argue with. I love your show. You're an exciting dude. I've seen the transition from when you started. I subscribe. And this dude is cool. I went to school in Boston for a year, so I did my first year in college in Boston. Used to involve in Commonwealth of Exeter, so I get the vibe. But you really got to understand that we are living in a renaissance.
I think that's one of the greatest points someone's ever made, because if you take a step back for a minute and stop hating, there's so much going on in the synthesizer community. It's breathtaking. Like you just said, the technology, the variety, the creativity, these upstart companies that are coming out with Kickstarter, people being able to make projects come to life,
Dude, I have back in the day when I had no money, I was super poor. I was just like broke. I used to go to Sam Ash on 49th Street in Times Square and look at all the synths. That's got this Prophet, the Dave Synth drum machine. It's I couldn't afford any of that. If I ever could get, I had a kid one of my kids in college had the MPC 1200.
Oh,
I'm always dreaming of if I could ever buy it. I don't do any. I do it for fun. I do this for fun. I don't do it for money. I do it for fun. I have a studio. I have all the rare stuff that's like unique. I have the SSL XS. People don't know about that. The X, it's called the X Logic. It's like a block system where they made these. They have the XS and the expander, which you put together, you get a 24-track SSL, which is almost impossible to find. It took me 3 years to buy the expander.
Sweet.
3 years, and one came up 2 months ago, and it was $4,000. I was like, on the fence about buying the other one. It's gone. It'll take me another 2 years to find it again.
Man,
you know.
So you're one of the purest forms of synth renegades. You're in it for the love, for the enjoyment. What brings you the most enjoyment out of your synthesizers? Is it creating sounds? Is it making tracks? Is it jamming? Is it getting lost in?
No, you know what it is. I have a lot of friends that are producers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Producers, and they're not as fortunate as me. So I have I have a studio. They come over, mess around with it. I have one friend that I turned on to the Deluge synth. Now the Deluge by Synthstrom is the most powerful synth out there.
My buddy's got that, and it's crazy. And how they went and open sourced everything now is totally crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. Look, I got the MPC-X, the MPC. I had the MPC Live too. My brother stole that.
Mm-hmm.
The fucking the new MC, the MPC one.
Oh, the Red Demon. What color? What color?
I got the Red Demon. I got it in black.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
yeah.
I have the what's it called? Fucking Polyend Tracker.
Yep.
The Polyend, the other one, the Polyend.
I know when you're talking about
Play.
Yeah,
Polyend Play. I got the Force. I got.
Oh, baby, you got them stacked.
I bought the Medusa when the Medusa came out.
I love the Medusa.
I bought the
Dread
box.
box.
Oh, not that. I got the Dread box. I got the fucking what's it called from Japan? The black the
Decker's Dream.
Decker's Dream. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude.
So I'm a guy that's like I'm the only thing I didn't get was the Ableton 3 because I knew they were coming up with something else, so I wanted to wait. So tomorrow's gonna be the day.
Yeah.
And I might pull the trigger, might not. But I tell you, that Deluge is a great again. I love your terms. Keep using Synth Mafia. Keep using Renegade. Who cares? So this is what makes your show hot.
Thanks, brother. I just feel like it's a real easy way. It's a real easy way to kind of to conceptualize and visualize a world that we live in. Thanks, man. Maybe I'll keep using it.
Keep using it. Keep using it. Don't let anybody shut you down. What are they going to do? Are they going to come to your house?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Listen,
what are you going to do?
Let me tell you something.
You want to come to the house? You want to come to what's the area? What do you call it? Brookline? What's the area of Boston?
Yeah,
you want to Roxbury mess with me?
Yeah,
what are you going to do?
Yeah, British bag. Listen, this is for you out there, British bagpipe. Listen, I ain't taking no more of your baloney.
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Don't let anyone shut you down, man. I've seen you rising. So it's like the Deluge synth, right?
Mm-hmm.
These guys under-report the Deluge.
I think so too. You never hear anything about the Deluge at all. It's crazy, actually.
It's like the Amiga computer back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
The Amiga computer was one of the most powerful computers, using a lot of animations when most computers couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
The software at the time was lightweight. Actually, my background is digital art, so.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do animation. I swam in this technology stuff. I used to edit soundtracks and stuff. So I'm saying that a lot of these guys, they were old analog heads,
mm-hmm.
but they weren't hardcore digital dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they would know, all the early the tracker applications were on the Amiga or the Commodore. So I'm telling you, it's like I said, Synthstrom Deluge is one of the most powerful synths out there.
I'll tell you what.
You never hear anything about it.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow, brother. I'll tell you what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow on Oscillators and Percolators, the Synthesizer Morning Show, I'm doing an episode on the Synthstrom Deluge.
You got to.
Yeah, I'm going to, because you're right. Nobody's covering it, and it's so amazing. And what they did by open sourcing their whole scene and letting all the developers out there create all the things that people wanted is genius, for one. And dude, they got one product and it's legendary, because my buddy's got it, man. The stuff he makes with it, shout out to Wolfman Love, he's got it, and the stuff he makes on it is awesome.
And check it out. You can go ahead and import voices from other. You can go ahead and there's one guy who has the Colossus, and he has the Colossus notes.
Mm-hmm.
You could take those Colossus notes and import them into Deluge and play it like you got a Colossus. You can import the Oberheim sounds into Deluge and play it like you got. You can import classic 808s and 909s, and it hits.
And infinity sequencer.
Yes. Great example.
Yeah.
I bought I love Polyend.
Yep.
I mean, but they screwed me. You know, I bought the Polyend Tracker, I bought the Polyend Play, and all of a sudden I got to pay another $400 to upgrade it. And then every time I go to upgrade it, it's sold out.
That's annoying.
It's sold out.
That's annoying.
You know, I bought the Scorp, the Scorp. I just got rid of.
The Scorp.
Sold that one. I bought the Scorp. I bought the Scorp first. Then I bought the Medusa. Then the Dreadbox, and then I bought the Tracker, and then I bought the Play. So that's five. It's almost five. That's almost $5,000.
Yeah,
you know
right there. Yeah, dude. And you know the other crazy thing about the Deluge too is the Deluge. I lost my train of thought. You go on.
No, I'm saying I dropped $5,000 on these guys, you know, and they still screwed me when they upgraded to the Plus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Where like the Deluge, all of a sudden you can, you know, the hardware, the software. I mean, I think they should upgrade the hardware. But
yeah, I know what I was going to say. So Deluge went and they told everybody, we're putting a new screen on this, an OLED screen, and we're going to let you send the Deluge in. We'll replace the screen for you, and we won't charge you the price of the new one that we're releasing with the screen. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. No, you pay a little bit. You pay like $50.
Yeah, pay a little bit, but it was like, wow, you're going to let them send it in?
$400. And not only that, look at this. The Play, you can't even record audio in. And the Play and the Tracker is almost the same hardware.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't get that. You know, I mean, so
it's just a hustle.
A lot of these companies, you know, they play games with the customer. You know, and there are guys out there that work 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're at minimum wage. They're saving their money all year long so they can buy one thing.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I hear you, man.
And you know, we listen to a lot of these. I check all the sites every day.
Yep, me too,
That's
man.
what I do. That's my hobby. That's not my
too.
job. My job is totally different, but my hobby, every day every day I look at your site. I'm driving. I'm hearing you. You know, every day I'm on it. So a lot of these guys, you know, they know they're getting the stuff for free, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's great. You're getting a $5,000 synth for free.
Yep.
You know, and you're pushing your clients to that synth. That's great, but the guy that's saving his money is hurting.
I hear you, man.
You know
And that's the facts. And that's what the Synth Renegade movement's all about, man. It's letting everybody know that there's tons of us out here just working our nuts off. And like you said, taking a lifetime to acquire collections and don't want to be shunned because they're not in the damn synth mafia.
Yo, this guy's saying, I do think the Polyend Tracker is amazing. I think they're great. I think the Polyend Tracker, I think the Play is great.
Yeah.
But I think that the way they treated the clients is bad.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And if you're spending that kind of money, you should at least, because now I'm hesitant to. I was at Perfect Circuit. When I go to California, I go to Perfect Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
They got everything.
Yeah. Shout out to Noir. Everything. Noir loves Perfect Circuit too.
Perfect Circuit they got everything. So I go and I go and I take and there was a track, the little Tracker Mini, and great. I was like. I don't know. I'm not gonna buy that Mini because they screwed me on the last thing I bought. You know what I mean?
It did. And this is the thing about Deluge. Deluge's customers are customers for life because they keep being treated like absolute royalty for, you know, being a part of the Deluge ecosystem. Let me ask you a quick question now. Before you go, what synth are you gassing on? You got any heavy gas now for anything in particular? The Cream Dream seems to be hot on the list for a lot of people.
Okay, so right now, I just got rid of some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of my X, and I bought two Matrix Brutes. So I'm get rid of one again, Matrix Brute.
Yeah.
You saw that? I bought two. The prices dropped on that so
I know, dude.
bad.
$900 you can get them for now.
I got killed, I got killed.
Mm-hmm.
So I got two. I'm getting rid of one.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I'm not even getting one. I'm going to ship one to the Caribbean just to have it out there.
Yep.
But I'm really in between. I'm in between these three synths. Oh, and I just got burnt. With what's those guys? The guys from the French guys.
Aturia.
That may go bankrupt. No.
Modal.
Oh my gosh! I bought the little. I went on a Kickstarter and bought the little what's it called again? The reed looking thing.
Which
and
one?
then it's what's that thing they have? It's the
What, the Chompy?
No, the same company, the French company. The one that's going bankrupt.
Modal. They got the argon. They got the carbon 8. They got the, what's the other one called? Argon, carbon 8. Someone in the chat will know it, I'm sure. But they had a little mini. Oh, I know what one you're talking about. The friggin' the Modal Sculpt.
No, it's not the Sculpt. It's I'm gonna pull it right now. Sorry, I'm gonna pull it right now.
Yeah.
Because this is another thing. You know, like you support these companies, and you know they know they're doing bad. You know, and they just like they screw you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a little touchpad that had MPE. Also, it's like kind of like it's the company that does. They do physical modeling synthesizers.
Mm. Yeah, people are saying Modal is British, so I'm wondering what the other French company was.
It's French company, and right now they just announced that they may be going bankrupt. And they had a Kickstarter Indiegogo campaign. They had a keyboard, which was absolutely amazing. I was in between that and the UDO and the new Arturia.
Okay,
it's the Omega. That's it. The Anma, ANYMA.
AMY. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Anima. It's a weird name. Yeah.
Yeah, I put in $1,500. Next week, they're like, oh, we may go bankrupt. We're not gonna produce your thing.
Yeah, I heard about that. I think Sonic State was talking about that. Was it Sonic State or someone was talking about that last week?
And I also dropped like $500 for their little hand thing.
Oh, the what are you talking about? The little Morphe pad?
Yeah, the little pad thing. So that means I just got cream for $2,000.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of those Major Fruit Mans to recoup.
I just lost $2,000. You know, with these companies, with a company, right?
Yep.
So, like with Behringer, you know, you're not gonna lose that.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean?
That's true.
So if they experiment on something, you're gonna get it. You know, you're gonna get it.
Yep.
You know,
and like what Duke was saying the other day, sometimes Behringer gets a lot of heat because sometimes they're the problems with their synthesizers are obviously exploited by people more who want to throw shade on them big time, but also they're selling thousands and thousands of them instead of hundreds. So you're going to hear more about a couple of. Yeah. Okay. So the guy says that Anima Pi is what it was called.
I got a G-Wagon and I got a Toyota little SUV.
Sweet.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying.
If you got a G-Wagon money, you get G-Wagon money.
That's
you got a Toyota SUV, you get Toyota money. If you got both, you get both. What's the problem?
That's right.
The man driving, when I see a dude driving a G-Wagon, I'm not mad at him.
Exactly.
I got a Toyota, it works.
Yeah, and if I got an Arturia Cream Dream in the studio and I got a Behringer Model D, man, who gives you know what?
Who cares?
Yeah.
I've got friends with mad cash. They got from Rolls Royce to Lexus. I mean, they got a Rolls Royce, they'll have a Lexus.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They'll have a Ferrari and they'll have a little Lexus. You know, that's what it is.
Listen, bro.
I got a Toyota of Synth.
I got kimonos from Japan and I got kimonos from Temu. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I do know exactly what you're saying.
I think you should. You know, you should look past this.
Mm-hmm.
You should, because you know what? I think it's boggling your show down. We should look past this.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know. Acknowledge the haters once in a while.
Yeah, you're right, man.
Look past this. Focus on your show.
Yeah.
Focus on the synths. Focus on the technology. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, there's digital Euro. There's a new software on the iPad that you got Eurorack.
Mm-hmm.
You got Eurorack on not iPad on the MacBook. You do Eurorack on MacBook.
Yeah.
A guy with a $40,000 Eurorack session can't be mad at that.
Exactly. You can't be mad at that,
so
man. VCF rack, I think it's called, right?
Yeah. So the point is that there's apples and oranges, and you just leave it at that. You know.
Exactly.
Behringer is orange, and everything else could be an apple. It doesn't matter, man. You don't even need hardware anymore. You can with Apple iPad. You could do everything.
You can go full Espen Craft, baby. VSTs all the way.
Everything.
Exactly.
Anyone that's buying hardware is buying it for our need to collect things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's it. That is a human nature that makes us collect things.
Yeah, and
some
we like
people
it.
are hoarders.
I call it like generational synth wealth. That's what we termed it. That's what we termed
some
it.
People are hoarders. Some people collect one or two things, and some people are minimalists.
That's right, baby.
So it is our need to touch and feel something, to feel that we have achieved something. We do not need it. We can get a $50 app. You know?
Exactly.
So anyone that's buying a synth, playing with synths, this is us like transforming robots.
That's right. Yeah,
girls
exactly.
with their Barbies.
G.I. Joes, same thing, dude.
This is our therapy for every day going out and working in the system that sucks.
100%, dude. We got to escape the matrix somehow, and the sonic bubble bath of sound that Uli provides at a fair price is always welcome, right? And all the other ones too.
And on all the dudes programming, all the hardware engineers, man, we love what you're doing. You know, even if the fact is that everything sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
So a Behringer may sound different from a Moog. You know, like I said, when I went to Perfect Circuit, I went and I tried the new Moog. I tried the Behringer. They didn't have Behringer. I tried the Moog. I tried the UDO.
Yeah.
I mean, they all sound different, you know. And there's that one thing, the expressive one, the one that has the wiggly
Osmos
keyboard.
Expressive E with the wiggly.
Yeah, that one is that I'm looking at that one.
Yeah,
you know?
see, Echo got that.
So
And he
look,
says it's amazing. Yeah, you're the man, brother. I appreciate it. What are we going by? What's your handle? What are we calling you?
I'm Digi, but I'm gonna give you Digi. That's my that's my underground name. You
Sweet.
know?
Yeah, cool.
I'll send a message, but I'm a big fan. I support. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I appreciate it, dude.
Subscribe and keep doing what you're doing, man. Because look, man, you're a regular dude. You're chilling at home. You got the film. You cut the yard. You go to work every day, and you do this for fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Right,
and
man.
if someone hates, screw them.
Yeah, like 50 Cent said, go ahead and let the haters hate while we watch the sins pile up.
You know
right?
What? Let me tell you, the more people that hate equals the more people love.
Yeah, and like I said, they can drink the Haterade all day. We're drinking Powerade. Let's go.
All day, baby.
All right, baby.
Come on,
Thank
baby.
you, man. I appreciate you calling
Keep
in,
it going. Keep it going.
All right.
Check this out. And let me one more thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You said it's Synth Samurai? Origa Nihongo Shabade Dakaro. Nishan. I lived in Japan, so I lived out there with the boys.
Arigato. All right, baby.
All right, brother. See you. Digi.
Yep, Digi, baby. Thanks for calling, man. All right, man. That's Digi, man. That was a wonderful call. The one and only Digi, baby. What? I love that dude's energy. Digi got the energy. He's got the dragon energy. You can tell, man. He's got that dragon energy. All right, we got another call coming in here.
From
Saucy.
All right, we got Saucy on the line. What's happening, my baby? What's up? What's up?
What's up, my man?
This is it, dude. What are you doing?
I just wanted to talk about the carbon real quick and about Behringer.
Yep.
So, the carbonate, it's been amazing, but the one thing I'm still trying to hunt down is what's going on with this company. The website's still down. I can't get my companion app. I don't know if I've got the latest firmware.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, they got bought out by their manufacturer, but I don't know any company that acquires another and lets the website go down.
I know, dude. I know. It's a bit sketchy.
Have you heard about any of this? I mean,
I looked into it when I did that episode after we talked there last time. I was like, I'll do the episode on the carbonate. I checked it out. You pretty much had the only video in the wild, and I think there might have been one other, and I went to the website and it took me to some friggin' random. I was like, asking me for putting in info. I was like, no, thank you. Got out of that. I couldn't find anything on it. The company, the bottom was I think it was a Hong Kong manufacturer, Chinese, one or the other, pretty much same thing. And yeah, dude, it's one of these things. Did they just flog off that carbonate for $1,000, just to recoup every last cent they could and then went sayonara? You guys are on your own?
There's no,
yeah,
it's weird because there's no press. There's no, you would think I think they might be liquidating. I don't know.
That's what I'm wondering too.
They might have all the inventory sent out and they might be dumping everything. Tried to, like you did, I went to the Hong Kong manufacturers, the holding company. I couldn't find anything on it.
Have you got contact with anyone? Is there any contact number or anything?
No, but I did join like a Facebook group and asked there, and it's crickets.
Really?
So I don't think anyone knows right now.
Bro, you might have the only freaking Carbon 8 ever invented. You and I can't remember the other dude's name, but like I said, because after we talked, I went scouring the interwebs to try and find some Carbon 8s, and I had your video, I had the other dude, and I was like, damn, for a release like this, where are they?
Yeah, pretty crazy. But
But it sounds good though, right? Sounds good.
Yeah. It sounds great. It sounds. You know what? It took me. I probably played with 5 or 10 patches, and I was sitting down for like 3 hours, just for like 5 or 10 patches. So it definitely makes you want to explore, the sounds and everything. It's pretty wild. But Behringer, man, they come up with launch after launch after launch, and I'm sitting there looking at, hey, it's almost 2025. Basically, their whole half of their business model is taking everything that's expired patents, 20 years old, and bringing that juicy gear to the masses.
Yeah.
And so there's a bunch of synths, I think, that are in the queue about to expire that 20-year expiration. They've got a whole lot that they can build with. I'm pretty excited about the future of Behringer.
Me too.
And the DeepMind 12, you can get those for like $550 now on Reverb.
Do you know how crazy the DeepMind 12 Mark II or the next rendition of their original polysynth is going to be? It's going to be nuts, dude. Look at the experience they got now, and look at what they can do if they did a digital oscillator, analog filter, beast,
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
It's incredible.
Very
incredible.
So you're definitely getting the crave or grind, or
the grind? Yeah,
which one are you gonna get?
You know me, bro. If I could get it right now and it'd be here tomorrow, I would have already bought it. But I've already made the mistake of pre-ordering a couple things, and they take forever. And then I just kind of like tell the dude, bro, listen, you have to cancel that pre-order because I'm on to the next gas attack. So as of today, and I think I'm probably going to get the grind because for $199, you know what I want to do with the grind? I want to pair the grind up with the Mini Freak and layer them and see what kind of madness I can get out of both of those together combined in one super box,
Yeah, I think pair that with a nice effects pedal, maybe Christmas, get yourself a Zen delay or a Nightbird or something like that, or Cosmos. Any one of those three,
Dude, you're reading my mind. The Cosmos by Soma, the Mercury X, the Erica Synth Night Verb. They're and I love the Marakai, the Walrus Marakai, and the Zen. But the
Zen was collaboration with Ninja Tune. That's a special one too.
It's friggin' crazy, dude. Yeah, pair that with the grind, dude, and you're going off the outer space, man.
Yeah, going in space,
big time. And I think it's awesome, dude. It's cool, bro. I love it. And I'm excited for the Behringer Wave. I want to see what they do with that. That's their first real analog digital hybrid, right?
What's the one that they were teasing out like a couple weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? The Big Daddy. The Big Daddy
they teased a couple. Oh, the Pro 16. They teased the Pro 16,
that's it.
Which is the Prophet 5 clone, right?
Is that a NAM 2025?
With friggin' 11
January?
more voices. I don't know if Behringer plays that timeline. I think we're gonna get a stocking stuffer. I think we're gonna get a stocking stuffer for Christmas. I don't know, because the Spice is coming down the pipe too. And I want to get that Edge. Do you have the Edge?
No. How do they build so much shit so fast? How do they do it?
I'll tell you how they do it. I'll tell you how they do it right here. How they do it is they took the automobile manufacturing model of building easily duplicatable shells, right? So they got their producer series, which is all the same shell, and they can just modify it a little bit, and all the machines are set up to roll it. Right? They've got their DeepMind 12 and their UBXA and their flagship models. They can just roll those out. They got the Lindrum RD6, RD9, BMX drum models. Now they can just roll them. So what they did is they spent the majority of the time developing the best molds. Let's call them molds, right, or skeletons. So now they got their skeletons in place, and while they're doing their skeletons, all the geniuses in the background were working on reverse engineering all these old vintage synthesizers. And now we're coming to the inflection point where everything's just going to streamline, and they're just going to be able to roll whatever the hell they want super fast. And then they're going into bringing out the digital hybrids, and they're working with those new FPGA or FGPA chips. I can't even remember what they're called, where they can be constantly changing the synthesizer nonstop under the hood. Because when they did the Behringer grind, they said they put a little teaser in, and we can update this to add 10 million more oscillators in this thing if we want. It's crazy. It's genius, actually.
Yeah.
That's how they're rolling so many out. And this is my opinion. This isn't verified, but I think they're doing the minis. So I think what they're doing is they're using the Behringer minis as like prototypes. And instead of just trashing the prototype, they're like, well, let's sell the prototypes as minis. So we'll lock down the model for the Pro VS mini, and then later we're going to bring out the big Pro VS because we already perfected it in the mini. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what they're going to do with the CS80 mini. And then they got a bunch of other minis they're rolling. I think that's what I think they're doing with the minis, because it's the only thing that really makes sense. But I don't know. Maybe not.
So what's what from 500 to 1,000, 2,000? What's on the gas list?
Cool. For me, what's attainable and what do I want? I think if I could pick anything right now, if someone's like, you get any synth you want right now, I'd be like, send me the Cream Dream. I'd get the Arturia Cream Dream, because I just think that, I don't know, man, just something about that. I just love everything about it. And I haven't even really heard enough to love it, but I would go with that. When we were talking about doable, bro, I'm close to maybe just buying a UBXA desktop. But it's not out yet. If I could get it tomorrow, a couple times I would have already got it, because I just would have liked to throw that right on top of the Hydrasynth, right? And take those 16 analog voices with no effects, and then run the Hydrasynth and run that as a layer and just friggin' blow the wall out of the side of the house. That's what I'm thinking. What do you got on your list?
Well, I'm still waiting on the Muse. I think it's not going to be delivered until December.
Lucky man,
So
really? Why is it back ordered?
It's a batch. Yeah. So I did like a pay in 6, to make it real easy.
Yep.
But from Zounds, and I tried to. I looked at the Polybrute 12, and I don't know what it is. I guess maybe at a certain price point, they don't do the same option.
Oh, interesting.
So yeah, kind of weird. But there is. I mentioned to you once before. There is one I saw not in a while, but in the stores at Guitar Center. I don't know if there's a local guitar shop that has. Yeah, music store that has it.
Me and Echo have been talking about taking a run out to Guitar Center in Boston, because he called there a little while ago. I don't know if they still got it, but I think they said they had the Polybrute and the Muse there. So just got to find some friggin' damn time to squeeze in a trip,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. Awesome,
cool,
dude.
man.
Well, man, keep me updated on those carbon videos. Keep them coming, man. I'm loving them.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thanks,
all
sir.
right, baby. You take it easy.
All right, later.
So. All right, take a couple more calls here. We got 2. I'll probably take 2 more calls. 413-279-4344. This is Synth Wars call-in show. Like I said, the topic is Behringer, but we're talking about everything tonight. From this, that, and the other. We had some great callers. We had Saucy, we had Digi, and we had Professor John, man. So that's 3 great calls so far. Let's see if anyone gets in tonight. But, man, like we said, man, I gotta. What I might do is I might just knock the rear view mirror right off the synth car, There's no more looking in the rear view mirror. There's no more dealing with friggin' the British bagpipe. We're just going to keep rolling. If you're into what we're doing, you're into it. If you're not, you're not. And that's just the way it is. All right.
From.
My name is Roland.
Roland, all right.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
What's up, Roland? What's happening, baby?
What's up, dude? I'm happy that I was able to catch up a call with you today. So
For
yeah,
sure, man.
I know that your title is that you love Behringer and you want someone to change your mind on that. I'm actually fairly agnostic on the whole Behringer situation. I look at all their products, from a case-by-case situation. Okay. So let's say in the Roland situation, hell yeah, clone all of those products, because Roland had up to 30 years to address the demand properly. But when it comes to, let's say, the Eurorack market, right, they have been cloning a lot of modules that have been relatively inexpensive that are currently still in production, such as METs, right? The Foreplay is a quad VCA, right? Like these things, I don't know. I don't really know anybody that would have wanted a Behringer clone of that. The K2, their MS-20 clone, the MS-20 Mini exists, still relatively affordable. The sequential stuff, you know, like the Pro 16, sure, it's a 16 voice Prophet 5. I do own a Prophet 5 Rev 4, which I totally recommend saving up for, by the way, because it's the god of synths, if you ask me. I just feel like, you know, the sequential stuff is a slightly better experience, and I would recommend anybody to save up and get something that contains every single nuance of these, you know, vintage instruments, because a lot of work went into it. But in the case of Roland, hell yeah, clone all that stuff, because, you know, I want everybody to have a real SH-101. You know.
So okay, so what you're saying is what you're saying kind of is because Roland had so much time and the people wanted a recreation of what they did in the past, and Roland just never gave it. They just didn't do it.
They never did. And my problem with Roland, and I know you have one of the products that I have been the most critical of them for, which is the Juno X.
The Juno Diddy, baby? You don't like the Juno Diddy?
Listen, I have a Juno 6. I've had a Juno 106. I have compared both to the X extensively. I think that the Boutique does a way better job at cloning it because ATB is just more... Oh, yeah, absolutely. When it comes to the envelopes on the 6 and 60 specifically, they're using the exact same circuit that was in the Jupiter 8. It's called the IR3R01. That's the best envelope circuit ever. Don't really think the X did a great job with it. The X kind of sounds like a thin mid-2000s VST, and... the worst part about it is that the X is roughly the same price as a 106, actually.
Okay,
nowadays,
interesting.
Because 106s have dipped down.
All right, let me counter in here for a sec, just to pick your brain. So take those two models out and take the Juno X as a whole and everything you get. Do you like that? If you're just like saying, compare, yeah, go on.
I would actually say a hard no, because after playing the Juno X, I really tried hard to like this thing to see if there was any merit for it. All of its features I could accomplish in software way better, right? Because, you know, the cloud products, like the JV1080, which is one of the engines that they have, you know, that's a preset instrument. I'd rather use software for that. Now, that does get into the argument of using a DAW versus, you know, doing the whole DAW-less thing. And sure, maybe I could see someone using the X, but still, like, I just feel like it was a bit overpriced for what it was. And for me, there's absolutely no merit to having an X because of that.
Now, what about for a cool 1K?
No, I would say 700.
700? No, fair enough. What about the Jupiter X? Because a few people in the chat like the Jupiter X, At
that price point, if you want a Jupiter 8 clone, get the Esanine. It's a little bit more expensive, and you're getting a proper recreation of this, right? That has been addressed by someone that is super passionate in terms of vintage instruments. You get MPE, you get all that stuff. It is a desktop, but, you know, there's tons of cheap MIDI controllers out there nowadays that have MPE as an option. So great way of controlling it. Yeah, but what do you think about modern day sequential? Because I would love to see you. Have you ever played something from them?
I played a Rev 2. My friend had a Rev 2, and that's the only sequential I played. And I didn't get to play it a long time, but it blew me away when I played it. When he played it, I was like, dude, this thing is pretty freaking crazy. That was just the Rev 2. So as far as any of the legacy sequentials, no. And I do have sequential on my list to acquire. What do I think of them doing today? I'll tell you what I think. I think sequential is in an interesting position at the moment because after Dave Smith's passing, I'm just wondering what kind of leadership is stepping up and what direction they're going to go now. You know, I'm wondering.
So I just wanted to say right now, rest assured. So I do actually work in the industry. I have communicated with a lot of people from sequential as well. Because I deal with selling their products all the time. Their leadership right now is still great and even under the Focusrite acquisition. And if we look at all the other companies Focusrite has acquired, you know, Atom Audio being one of the main ones, they're absolutely killing it on the market. In terms of sequential, they're not going to get involved in the roadmap. A lot of sequential's engineers have worked with Dave for a really long time. Tony Caravitas is their main electrical engineer, who I'm an absolute huge fan of. They have Marcus Ryle helping them out, who is Tom Oberheim's protege when it comes, you know, and he was the spearhead when it came to the OBX8. So they have tons of great minds. You're not really going to see a dip in terms of quality, but I do think that the Focusrite acquisition is going to drive more capital for them to make products at a cheaper price point. Still manufactured in the States, which I'm actually a huge fan of, that we get the option in this industry to buy something made in the States. You know,
I do too.
Now, when it comes to Behringer cloning some of that stuff, like, I just don't think the Pro 16 is really going to be that great, and I'd rather support, you know, a company that has spent so much time doing all of the R&D work in terms of, you know, making DSP envelopes that sound exact to all three of the major revisions. I've actually done a video comparing a revision 4 to Prophet 5 revision 3 with one of my best friends who's a tech in the industry. You could actually, I used to work for the Chicago Music Exchange, so those videos are on if you want to see them.
Chuck me an email with the link in it after the show.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But back to that, I will send you an email with the video for sure. But
let me just jump in for a sec. With the I kind of agree with, this is where I agree with you on the Pro 16. When I looked at the Pro 16, they were like, this is a clone of the Prophet 5. This is kind of what's kind of annoying me with Behringer a little bit these days, is I feel like, why won't you just do a 16 voice and call it your own name now? You know, like, I feel like the cloning thing is great. Kind of what you said. If a company's got some old things now that they don't want to, that they're not bringing back, but why wouldn't you just do your own synth now? I feel like you're making good enough quality at a good price point that sounds good, that to do a Pro 16 and you're not even going to call it a Pro 5, you know, like a Prophet 5. So is it even a clone really? Like, what are you really doing with that?
So with them, it kind of is a clone of the 5, but they're just adding 16 voices on there. Like, the build quality,
it's like different.
It's going to have kind of, I don't know, like a cheap feeling key bed to me. Now, it's cool that it has MPE. I do feel like Sequential should make an update for the revision 4 to have poly aftertouch, but at the same time, this is something that I fully believe 100%. Buy a synth with 5 perfected voices that really captures every single nuance of its lineage versus something that has 16 and just feature dumps on you. Because I don't know, for me, limitation's the greatest thing. The UBXA, and I've played the OBX8 tons of times, made tons of patches for it that I've demonstrated to people. The OBX8 is the experience that I have no problem paying $5,000 or $3,500 to have, because it really captures the magic. I've compared an OBX8 to an OB8. I think they nailed it. Now with the Behringer version, the UBXA, I haven't played one in person, so I can't comment too much outside of the demos that I've heard. And I don't know, it doesn't have that same magic. And I think they added too many features, such as like the vintage modeling that they did do with Sequential. They have one knob that adds voice-to-voice variants with every single voice, right? Behringer, they don't have, you know, global control over everything. They have several different types of vintage modes that you have. So you have an OB8 mode, which is kind of confusing. You have like the OBXA mode, I believe. I still have to look back, and I don't want to make stuff up, but every single demo I've heard, not that great. And I've like seen a lot of people sell the OBXA or the UBXA, not an OBXA.
I'd like to see I want to see someone after the latest firmware update with the UBXA go head to head with the OBXA, even the OBX8. I'd like to just see it, because what I've read, I could be wrong, this is what I've read and watched.
Check Synth Legends out. He did a video. He did a good video.
I've seen that one. But I'd like to see a few where people are like, they don't really give their opinion in these videos. I want to see someone do it and be like, this friggin' nails it, or someone do it and be like, man, this ain't even friggin' close. But they all just do it, and then it's just silence, and they're gone. They're like, well, which one was it? And they're leaving it up to the viewer to decide. It kind of pisses me off a little bit. But let me ask you this.
If Behringer had a better relationship with, oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. Loopop. He did a really good video comparing, you know, a 60 to the Boutique. That did a very similar thing also with the 101 as well.
Starsky does decent comparison videos. A lot of people
does too, and I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah, Starsky's like one of the guys who actually, you know, he's one of the, I don't want to say it, but he's one of the guys who does comparison videos of Behringer gear and other gear, and I think that's kind of admirable for a man of his position in the synth industry. But I got a question for you. Why didn't Dave Smith in Sequential go with the Groove Synthesis third wave? Why did the dudes, because is this a myth? Is this an urban legend that the dudes from Groove Synthesis went to Dave and was like, man, we got this going on. He was like, I love it, but it's not for us, but you guys go for it. Why didn't they do that?
It's not a myth because Bob Coover, the guy that started Groove Synthesis, actually has expressed that, but I understand why Dave didn't really want to pursue the project that much because it's not cloning because it goes well beyond it. I think the Groove Synthesis third wave is one of the greatest things that has graced the industry in a long, long time. But it was never their product. And it was Bob Coover, the guy that started the project. That was like his dream to do it. So he just wanted to kickstart his own thing off of that with Dave's approval. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense that there was a different company started.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, and then it's better in that case because they can have more of a PPG style like marketing campaign, branding in terms of like the way the design of the instrument is.
It's just too different.
A derivative from the
Dave
PPG
Smith. Yeah, too different from the
but a lot of the design DNA is there. So it's great. But I will tell you this, back to the UBXA situation, if you want that authentic Oberheim experience, and I know a lot of people in chat are going to get a little upset about this because the voice count's wildly different. Listen.
Hey, a lot of people think you're the Synth Mafia, but I love it. So it's all good. You're making some great points. I'm loving it.
Yeah, for sure. And I have nothing against people that buy Behringer products. I've owned a few. I think some clones are good. I think some clones have a lot to be improved upon. But as I was going to say, get the TE-05. It's not much more expensive than the UBXA.
Dude, I'm so close.
I tried it out.
Okay, what do you think?
And I compared it to an OBX8. Sorry, so many model numbers. It's 90% there. And if you really want that Oberheim experience, it's going to deliver upon
and it's
100%.
Affordable.
I promise you that.
I think it's affordable. I also think it's affordable. And size-wise, it's decent.
Size-wise, it's great.
Yeah, I agree.
It's great. I think that what Sequential should do is make an instrument combining, and this is going to the 6 range now, because I actually do prefer the Take 5 and the TE-05 over the 6 range. That includes, the Prophet 6, OB6, the Trigon. I think they should just make a new product combining all 3 of those synths together with 8 voices.
Okay.
Because I don't know, just the tone on the TEO and the Take are better, and I have a theory to why that is.
Let's hear it.
Compared to the 6 range. So both the Take and the TEO were actually released after the Rev 4 and after the X8. So I think that after the experience of bringing, the vintage reintroductions back to life, they were able to apply some of that DSP in terms of the envelopes and the filter topologies, the way the filter circuits are applied right into these smaller units to, creating a truly miniature version of these classics. The tone's not going to be the exact same, but you're going to get a lot more modulation.
And that's what a lot of people are saying too. The modulation's insane on the TE-05.
It is, and it's super easy to access. It has a screen on there, but if you can read, it's not going to be that hard. So, I really think it's a good experience. But now what I do want to address, I don't want to sound like the biggest hater ever. I do want to say what Behringer has done correctly, right?
I like this. This is what I was waiting for. All right. So when you do this too, before you go, you have to tell me if you got to get one Behringer synth, what are you buying tonight? All right. And then it's cool. All right. Let's go.
That's a very easy answer. All right. Their Cobalt clone.
Oh, okay, cool. People love the Cobalt clone, bro.
You know why? Because that was probably one of the hardest products for them to recreate, because no one knows how many RSF Cobalts are still in existence. And I think that the Cobalt, this is another hot take, I think it's a cooler Mini-Moog in a lot of cases. It's not exactly a Mini-Moog, but...
Oh, Hans Volt would love that. Hans Volt loves the Cobalt.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It was really a synth that was ahead of its time, but I do want Behringer to make a Poly Cobalt, which was the ultra rare version of product from Cobalt
as well. I think that's on the list. I've seen a picture of something that got developed for that. I think it's in the...
They posted that a few years ago, but what I will say is something to Behringer, really. Stop, don't do the swing. Don't do stuff like the swing anymore. Don't clone Moog's current offerings. Take all of that time and money, invest it in actually bringing back a lot of these bigger projects that... we were all really waiting for, like the vintage unobtainium pieces. Those are really what people want.
Also, like the Elka, the Synthex Elka, is a
The
cool one
Synth
to
is
bring
beautiful.
back. I think that's cool. I think it'd be cool for them to bring back, like you just said, a lot of the Soviet old school style ones, you know, would be cool.
Dude, even some of the Italian synths too, like the Krumar Bit 1.
Krumar be
Make
awesome.
a Bit 1 recreation.
Yep.
And add knobs and sliders to it. You know, make it tactile.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. A lot of people would like that over cloning things that have already been done that are also affordable on the market. So that's like my whole thing.
All right. So listen, are you
Dude,
you
going
to want to become a member of the Behringer Bros? I mean,
I'm not opposed to them I'm not opposed to their products.
Yeah.
I will say ethically, for them, they have to change a few things.
Okay.
Before I would consider myself a Behringer Bro, right?
All right,
but
fine. All right, I'll talk to Uli. I'll see. You send me an email with the concerns. I'll talk to Uli and see if we can address them.
But
all right.
Hey, it's always great to see more content creators in our space. Really, keep doing what you're doing.
Man, I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for calling in. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to you. You're a super knowledgeable dude, and hit me up with that email with those videos. I want to check them out.
Please, by all means, man. Yeah.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
All right, I think we got one more call.
Call from
Echo Craft.
All right, Echo, you're online. Just hold on 1 second there, baby. Last caller tonight. I just want to thank, man, that last caller was cool. He had a lot of great insight. I thought that was a good call, man. I thought all the calls tonight are absolutely amazing. And what better way to finish off Synth Wars than with the Daywalker, the one and only, the legend, Echo Craft. Or you better not be doing no apologies on here tonight.
Yeah, man, I got to apologize to y'all right now.
Let me tell you something now, brother.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to snap it to a Slim Jim. No. So, yeah, I thought this was a good show. So basically, John called me and we started talking halfway through the show. We had a great conversation. It was pretty funny, actually. I keep telling him he needs to post the stuff that he's been posting privately because it's hilarious. He's been
on a private recording binge, has he?
Yes, it's awesome.
Old Johnny boy, man, you gotta love him, dude. A lot of people keep writing me being like, "Where's he gone?" I'm like, dude, you gotta find him. The deal is, you just gotta find him.
And he's in the chat, dude.
Yeah, I saw him in there tonight. I saw him yawning. Yeah. He called in earlier. I'm pretty sure that was him. I saw him yawning in there.
Yawning.
Yeah.
He's like done with Behringer, dude. He's like,
I don't know. I might have to kick him out of the Behringer Bros. He was an honorary member, but you can't be yawning when we're talking about Uli.
Oh my God! When he called me, though, we had fun. We were laughing and stuff. But you and I gotta talk at some point because he told me something was really cool that's coming up, and we gotta try to make this happen. But
always.
But
anyway,
I'm
up for anything.
Yeah, man. But anyway, I want to say one thing.
Yeah, what's up?
So everything, you know me, dude. I got 15 pieces of Behringer gear in my studio, right?
Yeah.
And some people are like, oh, that's an awful lot of garbage. Listen, man, I make music. I love making music, and that stuff. Behringer makes such great stuff, and I don't care what anybody says, and they make it affordable. You said something at the beginning of the show, and I quoted you when you said that what's great about Behringer gear is that it's making it possible for everyone to get into synthesizers without having the anxiety of the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very cool thing that you said, man. And if people don't see through that or see past that, then they're blind. Because back in the day, like John and I were talking, back in the day, we couldn't buy stuff like this. And you said, what caller was it? So we live in this renaissance now of synthesizers. And
that was Digi, baby.
It's totally true, man. Like, I couldn't buy a Moog.
I know.
You know, my first real synthesizer was a Juno 106 because it was affordable. I paid $900 brand new for it at Daddy's Junkie Music in Boston. And, you know, it was a hot day. I'll never forget it. 98-degree weather. Walked in there. There was nobody in Boston. It was hot, bro. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You're
and I
burning
walked
up in
there.
that sun, El Vampiro, man. You must have been
Oh,
sizzling.
dude, I was melting, bro. Like the makeup was coming off. But anyway, but my fingernail polish came off too.
Yeah.
But but anyway, I walked in there and I said, look, dude, you're not going to make a sale today. So what do you say? Because the thing was like, I think $1,200.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you say? I got $900 cash in my pocket. Sell me that brand new one. He's like, oh, geez, I make commission. You're going to rip me off, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. And I started walking. I was with my ex-wife at the time. And we started walking out. And he's like, oh, hold on. Let me go talk to my boss. So he goes, talks to his boss, comes back with the box.
Oh, my God.
He goes, all right, you got yourself a deal, dude. And I had that synth for probably, I want to say 8 years.
It was a long-term synth friend.
Yeah, man. It was like my first time buying a synthesizer. The first synth I played was a pair of Taurus pedals. And I had those up on a table, and I would play them with my hands with my friend Dave's Taurus pedals because he was a guitar player. And
dude, get the Behringer Taurus and some pedals then, man.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because I miss them, man. I miss that sound,
You're in a rebuilding process now, man. It's time to start making that list.
Oh, God. Yeah. Don't let my wife hear you say that. So getting back to my point is that Behringer allowed me later on down the road to buy stuff that I always wanted. Yes, it's not exact. I get it. Mm-hmm. It can't be, Model D can't be exact as the Model D. I get it.
Yep.
But it's pretty damn close, Yep. And the other thing, you know what's coming.
Oh, dude. The Juno, did he? You got the Juno X.
The Juno X is coming. It's on its way. I saw the email today, and my guy at Sweetwater hooked me up. And with the synths that I sold,
what are you clocking in at?
So I want to give a shout out to Banana Rider 69. I did that earlier.
Legend, absolute legend.
Very cool. Him and his wife basically did a Cash App thing with me and bought my JU06 with the keyboard off me.
God bless that beautiful man and wife.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. He was like, I want to help you on your journey, and I'll get something out of it too. And I was like, all right, cool.
That's cool.
So guess what this is coming back at?
Oh, come on, man. Give it to me. What do you got? Did you beat me?
$794.
Oh, just what our last caller clocked in. He said the Juno X is worth $700. So you nailed it.
I was blown away. I was like, yeah, I mean, granted, it probably cost around $1,700, but he held it for me at the price that it was selling for a couple of months ago or a month ago.
That's sweet.
And I was like blown away. I says, Greg, you held that for me? He says, yeah, man, I put it aside for you. And
you got to send him a Behringer brochure.
Oh, I'm going to send him a couple of shirts.
Dude, send him the Behringer brochure.
I should actually. He's got a bunch of Behringer gear too. Him and I were talking about that. I should try to get Greg on the show, man. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
Great instrumentalist, great singer, songwriter. You get to know the Sweetwater guys. They become like part of your family. You know what I mean? It's weird. You ever see that meme?
I haven't seen it. Yeah. Dude, I never knew the Sweetwater dudes call me. I think they stopped calling me recently because all I do is put pre-orders in and then I never buy. So I put pre-orders in, cancel them, cancel. I don't even know if I ever bought it. And the only thing I ever bought from Behringer, I think I bought it and then they had to send me another one because one of the knobs didn't work.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. It was the Wasp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked me out. They're like, yeah. I was like, do you want me to ship the old one back? And they're like, no, just keep it. I was like, why? And he's like, because it's too expensive us to ship it back to Germany. I'm like, okay.
Hey, listen, Digi earlier, the great caller we had earlier, he said he's kind of fiending over the Osmos. Would you recommend the Osmos to people out there? The Espressive E Osmos? Yeah.
But I'm going to be honest with you. It's an acquired taste. I had a really, really good piano player. His name's Bob Acorn. The man's a master at writing symphonies and stuff. He's amazing. And I said, Bob, you should come up to the studio and check this out. He's like, okay. And I work with this dude. He's an older guy, but he came up and it just wasn't for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's an instrument that I use just for doing ambient stuff,
mm-hmm.
because I can be very expressive with it, and I can do a lot of cool like bending and things like that I can't do on other keyboards. Yeah, I can use the bend, the pitch wheel and stuff. It's not the same, man. It's not the same. You have to play one.
It's a good live performance instrument, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it would be in a live situation. But I have to tell you this: when I bought that and I got it and I set it up and I played with it, I said to my wife, I said, if this doesn't do what I think it can do, and everybody's saying it can do,
mm-hmm.
if it doesn't, I'm sending it back. And I sat there, put the headphones on, and played that thing for 3.5 hours and went, wow.
I got to try it, man. Maybe we got to do a tradesy at some point, man. I don't got nothing good to trade you.
Well, I keep giving you shit because you only live like an hour away from me, bro. And you and I haven't even had lunch together.
Yeah, we got to do it, dude. We got to do it. We got to hook up. Come on, man.
We were supposed to go into Boston and check the Muse out, but we never did that. So.
Yeah, we got to do that. But I told you a time and you couldn't make it because you're in McLovin mode.
Really? Hey, let's not get like that other channel now.
Oh yeah.
We won't mention that.
The British bagpipe is in the rear view mirror now. I'm done with the British bagpipe. He's toast.
Same here, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what, man? Listen, you drink Haterade all day. I like what Digi said. Digi said the real thing, man. He's like, just keep rolling, keep doing your thing, keep covering the content, keep having a laugh, and that's what we're doing. So if you don't like it, then you don't like it.
There was another guy who apparently had me on his show for a good half hour. So, and I didn't know it. I wasn't there.
Oh man, that's so funny. Are we doing a show Wednesday? We got a show this week, right?
Yeah, we got a show we're gonna do. Yeah,
Sweet.
There's a lot to talk about.
All right, man. I'm pumped.
I might even have it that day. I don't know.
If you got it, we might have to do dueling Junos, but my Juno's not working right now, man. So,
well, I got in touch with this guy. I don't know who the hell he is.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me this weird video, and he's wearing this really strange mask, and he says he's with, and this is weird because he stole my name.
Shut up.
He says he's the head of the what was it? Three Machines. Something like association or something like that. I don't know. I gotta watch the video again. I'll send it to you, dude.
Yeah, send it over, man. See what that's all about.
He's talking about getting that drive back and protecting you.
Oh, so they're reaching out to you now?
Yeah, he said he can get through me to get to you. So I said, all right, dude. And then he said end transmission, and he didn't talk to me at all after that.
Well, send me that video, man. I want to see that because I can't get the Juno working. I was talking to Agent Souls, and he said, bro, the only thing we can do is maybe once you get that drive back, we can put it in. He can remotely reactivate the drive. So, like I said,
hopefully we'll get that done by Wednesday.
Yeah, hopefully we get it done by Wednesday. We'll see, man. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about the Juno Diddy series? Juno Diddy. Listen, let me ask you a question. And this is for the people in the chat too who've been following along. But a few people told me not to do the Juno Diddy series. And I was like, okay. And you know the deal, man. When someone tells me not to do something, I'm like, well, I guess I'll have to do it then. And I did the Juno Diddy series, or the Juno Diddy build up, and now we started on episode 2. I thought episode 2 was wild, and I think what's coming down for episode 3 is even wilder. And it's funny that it's just around Halloween, so it's kind of like a Halloween series, which is kind of cool.
Right.
But yeah, what do you think of it?
Well, I think it's cool, and like I said, I don't know who the frig this guy is, and I remember what he says now. He said he is the operator of the Three Machines Alliance.
That's what he said, did he?
That's what he said. And he said that he can protect you from these clowns in the synth mafia and stuff, or these guys with the skull masks that are coming after you. So
Dr. Doom, almost like a watcher. Oh, send that video over, man. Let me throw it up as a short, see what it looks like. Because that's interesting.
Because I was kind of freaked me out, to be honest with you.
Well, dude, I was getting freaked out when Dr. Doom was like, you know, I got that email out there and those things kept coming in. And I was like, what the heck is going on with Dr. Doom? Because,
yeah,
you know, how this started is kind of taken on a life of its own, which is interesting and weird. But I guess that's what happens when you just kind of go with something, right?
Yeah, and you got Diddy's bodyguards like speaking up and shit. Like, it's crazy, you know.
Yeah, everyone's asking if Nick is bagpipe. No, the British bagpipe is a totally different person. I love Nick Bat. I think Nick Bat's awesome. No, the British bagpipe, the man. The British bagpipe's a totally different person.
Yeah, totally. Nick Bat's the man.
Nick Bat's the man. I love him. Nick Bat treats me with respect. I treat Nick Bat with respect. Dr. Mix treats me with respect. Noir treats me with respect. You know, so people treat me with respect. I treat them with respect back. When people disrespect me, let me tell you what's going to happen. The Synth Samurai is going to come for the British bagpipe because you don't want this smoke. You hear me, British bagpipe? I know you're out there. I know you're listening. You can pump all that hot air out all you want in the back corners or wherever you are. But listen, I ain't worried about the British bagpipe. What's up?
And let me tell you something, Samurai.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah.
There's a lot of British bagpipe smoking coming out of that bagpipe of his. Let me tell you that right now, lad.
Yes,
okay?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm old to get sucked up in there too, buddy.
Like
you want to talk about getting stuck in a hole? I'll tell you about getting stuck in a hole, man. Holy guacamole. You want to talk about getting stuck in a friggin' hole? Dude, I can't even talk about getting stuck in a hole because I've never seen a hole like that in my entire life, right? And I've seen a lot of holes.
You have?
Well, in the ground.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's not get like them.
Yeah. Anyways, we keep rolling, man. Yeah, it's all good. It's all jokes, man. It's all fun. So you got to turn it into fun. So some people kind of stop taking it so serious, right?
Yeah, they don't think it's fun.
All right. Smarty 1970 is like, is it okay if I'm British? Man, I love the Brits. Some of my best friends in the world are Brits. But guess what?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to get into a promo again here now. The promos are over tonight.
Hell yeah. Listen. Yeah. I got a couple of British friends, and it has nothing to do with the Brits. It's just this guy's a bag of hot air, and that's what we're gonna say. Say no more. We're not gonna mention names because they don't either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we just won't mention it, and we'll just keep mentioning it, right? So that's what. But anyways, that's that. But yeah, so dude, we'll hook up tomorrow. Maybe you off tomorrow?
No, I'm working late tomorrow. So,
all right, maybe hit me up at lunch or something. Maybe we'll do a Synth Hefner chat, talk about if there's anything breaking, because they got that new Ableton Move synth out there. So
if we do a Synth Hefner, it has to be in the morning, remember, because I'm the guy that walks around in his robe.
Yeah. Do you want to tell everyone why you walk around in your robe?
It's the funniest thing, man. I got called out from some troll. He's like that guy Echo Craft walks around in his robe. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, and I said the reason why I do that is because Samurai calls me up at the ass crack at dawn, and he's like, dude, get up, we're going to do a podcast. I'm like, I'm half asleep, bro. He's like, just get up, man, put your robe on, let's do this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's where the robe came from, and Synth Hefner was born.
That's how Synth Hefner was born. Because who was it? Was it Banana Rider that said? He said, "Wow, Echo's looking gangster with his robe and his chains hanging out."
That was Machines One. He was like, "Echo's looking damn gangster." Yeah.
It's like, and then all of a sudden you were like, "Dude, put this thumbnail up on this one. We'll call it Synth Hefner." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, listen, man, let's get the love going, man. Let's have a love party. We're all loving it, man. We're all having a good time. Everything's wonderful.
Listen, I ain't doing no Diddy parties with you,
we ain't doing no Diddy parties. That's all, like, stay tuned for episode 3 is all I'm saying, because it's going to get crazy.
No baby oil, bro.
I was going to do 8 episodes, but I think I might do 5. I might just do 5. So
well, I mean, Halloween's almost here, so you got a few more episodes to go.
Yeah, we'll see. And we got the Halloween Kumite coming up. I think it's on the 27th, I think it is. Whatever it is, the Sunday before Halloween. So Halloween's Thursday. Sunday, we're going to do the little Kumite party. That one's invite only. So it's all the legends of the Kumite get together. Anybody can come and watch and hang out, obviously, but it's just all of us doing that there. All right? So
yeah.
You got anything else you want to say to all the people out there? You got any messages for anybody, or any words of inspiration from the Daywalker before we shut it down?
No, just like I always say, stay frosty, stay creative. I love you guys.
Yeah, you the man, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, bro.
All right, slow.
Peace.
All right, that's it. Phone lines are closed for tonight. That is the show. Like I said, if you guys want to go pick up a t-shirt or anything, you can. You're more than welcome to. We don't, like I said, I mostly make it for myself to buy clothes so I don't have to go to the store and buy clothes with other people's stuff on it. But you can go have a look, man. I'll just pop it up real quick. Here's the t-shirt shop right here. Go pick. We got the Synth Renegade shirts. We got the Cream Dream, which is absolutely gorgeous, How can you not love the Cream Dream? We got the Synth Renegades, Neon Renegade. That's the one I got coming. And we got different renditions because not everyone likes the same thing. All right. We got all this kind of stuff. We got Kumite. We got Behringer Bro gear, Kumite gear, mugs, glasses, whatever you want. If you're into it, get it. If you don't. No big deal. And that's that, man. That's the show for tonight. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed all the callers. We had some great callers tonight. We had an industry man. We had a Harley Dragon Energy Digi Baby. We had Professor John. We had Echo Craft. We had Saucy. And if I'm missing anyone, let me know. And Tanner by the Sea is here. Check out his channel. Harmonic Sonics. Check out his channel. Synths or Scissors. Rourke. Amazing musicians in here. Check all out everyone's channel. Machines Ones, Rourke, Uncle Jerry's got amazing channels. Smarty 1970, Hayes Anderson's got great channels. Banana Rotter, we got them all in here, man. You guys are all absolutely fantastic. Thank you for joining me. This is our show. We're doing it together. We're having a good time together. And if you got any ideas or anything you want to share, if you got any videos that you want to share, if you got music you're trying to promote, if you got a YouTube channel you're trying to promote, if you have anything, just fire me an email, and when I do a show, man, I'll pick it out. I'll promote anything you guys got going on, because you are the Synth Renegades. We are the Synth Renegades. We're in this together, and I love the Synth Mafia too, man. So we just relax and take it easy. Please take it easy. I don't got the energy for it. I do, but I don't want to put my energy over there, all right? So take it easy. I love you, UK. I love you, Britain. Take it easy, man. All right, so anyways, that's the show for tonight. You guys take it easy. Slow.